We are live. Hello and welcome to Mary. What do you see? We're here again in prime time tonight. It is a great night, and as always, we are the show that is psychically supercharged and here to help. Another big week in the world today. We had a new president inaugurated. He's been quite busy, so we can touch on that a little bit. But tonight we're here to talk about the fakes, the charlatans, those psychics who give people like Mary a bad name, and we're going to expose some of them. And we have a few missing people, as always, to talk about. But before I go on, let me clear up a few things. This show is for entertainment purposes only. We have only information available to the general public and whatever spirit wants to add. Mary is a psychic medium, and she is merely the messenger. So if you don't like the message, take it up with spirit. I think we're going to skip the normal pre-announcements with the team. I think we're all pretty familiar with the team, but I want to talk that Mary has again been rated as one of the top 5 psychics in the world. So welcome to the show, everybody, and welcome, Mary. How are you?
Hey guys.
Hey, Mary, and then
hey,
Jason and Brooke. Brooke's
Jason.
going to join us. She's feeling better tonight, and Jason, of course, has put together a dynamite
Brooke.
show as always. Our producer. How are you, Brooke? How are you, Jason?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Yep.
Yeah, can't complain.
Pretty good. I'm shot out of a cannon tonight, so Mary's a little bit tired. So I'm a little bit of extra medication tonight. Little shot out of a cannon and full of energy, right?
Yeah, I worked today.
So we've had some
Get off your
experience.
phones, kids.
Yeah, but so we're skipping our normal. We're getting right into the meat of this. I think Mary's had some experiences recently with her own psychic, powerful mediums. Shall we say, not powerful, fake people.
God.
And she's seen some people getting scammed, and she's always been experienced. She's talked a long time with families who have had tragedy, and many times she's the 5th psychic they've talked to, and the first 4 have been out for money. So, Mary, just give me a number percentage wise. How many psychics out there are completely making up their energy, their gift?
Thousands upon thousands.
So most, would you say?
Yeah.
Would you say most would have no gift whatsoever?
No gift whatsoever, and they're only doing it for money. And so, how you can tell a real psychic? Okay, see if they will give you a snippet of your life for free, like 1 minute or 2 minutes for free. Okay. See if they'll give you a small 1 or 2 minute reading for free, because some of these people charge horrendous amounts. Okay. And it's like, how do you know that you're going to pay that amount of money and not be read to off of some script in some room in Ghana? Okay. Isn't that right, Jason? Yeah.
And Nigeria, I think it's like a national pastime.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's also a current time too, Jason.
They have a lot of princes in Nigeria, I guess.
And you don't want to get me started on that.
I got that email when I was in college. This is in the late 90s. And I first got the email. I said, Nigeria is a constitutional republic that was made in the 60s. And I was like, I was way too good at history to fall for that. And people I get this prince of Nigeria. There's never been a prince of Nigeria. It's a constitutional republic. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Well, most people don't. Yeah, they've gotten better with the sophistication with the scamming.
Yeah, forward this, and Bill Gates will give you $1 million. Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. Well, do we have that slide of what happened to me today? Guys, pay attention to this name. Okay, so I went on
the 2 photo. Yeah.
Yeah. So I went on TikTok to God, when was it? Last week, right? Do we have that slide? And I went on TikTok, and so I went into some rooms. A couple of the people on there, no, that's my profiles.
No,
a couple
with the 2 phones.
Yeah, it's got 2 phone numbers on it. So a couple of people were really nice to me. Okay, but a lot of them a lot of them said, oh, there's a scam artist in here. Everybody pay attention. Look at her name. Scam artist, scam. I'm going to block you now. And then they would block me. And I'm going, what? I wanted to see how you did it, because I was thinking of setting up shop on TikTok, And it's like, they're doing this to me. So, okay, all right. So I got on one and she was really nice and I was nice back to her. Okay. I'm not there to see how they do it I can tell whether or not they have a gift. And for the most part, most of them did not have a gift.
Right.
Absolutely did not. Tarot readers, psychic readers, people. Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable.
So
So
with tarot
yeah,
cards, does someone actually have to have a gift, or are you just be able to deal the deck? I mean,
no,
is that just the cards
no,
that have the? But
no.
someone has
The
to actually
car-
know what they're doing to work a
It's like
tarot
an
deck. I can't do it.
energetic pull. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can deal cards. I can deal poker pretty well. So I was just wondering if I could keep doing tarot.
But remember, your third eye is clogged with hydrogenated oils.
Right.
Right.
I love how
Yeah, I
she's
got
so
thrown out for
demanding though
counting
for the
cards.
money.
So.
Right. Yeah. So this same person has been dogging me ever since I
Love.
went on TikTok. Okay. And stayed for a little bit on one channel. This person has been dogging me. And then so this happened tonight on the right hand side. It's like, oh, I said, no, honey, I don't need a reading. If you don't know, I'm one of the top psychic mediums in the world. Oh, I understand that. How much will you love to donate? So you can tell by the grammar this person is
Oh,
not in the United States. And I'm like, stop it. Go away.
Yeah,
The
in
thing is,
Nigeria,
it's
Like,
the
probably
number
like her real name too.
in
yeah,
Nigeria, the number
sure.
one industry is oil. Number two is scamming call centers, and they just
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
buildings.
Yeah.
It's
But
like I
you
swear
owe
the
me.
scammers are Amazon customer service by day. Well, a lot of the call centers, like
Uh-huh.
by day they're
Really?
regular normal businesses, but at night like another shift comes in, so it could be in the same facility.
Wow.
Have you ever-
But
oh yeah, they're all working together.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she says you owe me $15. I'm like, for what? You sent me a piece of paper that had the same script printed on it that another psychic sent me. I didn't even ask for a reading. So yeah,
They don't
so
even read what you say back, Mary. They don't even
no,
read. I
no,
get
I know.
creative and fun with these people.
Oh
And
yeah.
I mean, I enjoy it a little bit too much. But they don't
I
don't
swear I
like
pressed English.
they don't right. It's like I'm from California, USA. Where are you?
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
Oh, your
Jeff has a
name's
funny
John?
story.
I don't think so.
So
Yeah.
And just quiz them and stuff, and then make them
right.
like they block me because
Oh, for sure. They
I
block
mean them,
me.
girl. I mean girl them out of.
And anybody that claims to be a medium,
I'm large.
yeah. So Brooke, what would be your advice on anybody that claims to be a psychic medium? How would you test them?
I would test them and ask like who is around me, and also say if I have a problem and I need it to be addressed, and if I don't have money, what would you say? I think that most mediums, like the good ones, like you, for instance, aren't going to do that. They're not going to do something for free.
Well, another good
Yeah,
way would
they're
be
not. Yeah,
another
they're
good way
not.
would be to ask them to read me, because if they can read anything, they're probably not a very good psychic, because any real one reads me and reads a brick wall usually, right?
Well,
Yeah,
everybody says
remember?
I think
the
Mary's
same
got some
thing.
stuff out of me, but she read me the first time and she's like, I seeing a wall. I can't get anything out of
I
him.
can't break that wall. And I said that to you for the longest time, didn't I, Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're too skeptical.
Yeah, and
No, but I can
another
feel
one
the
that
energy though. The
another
energy is
one
like, yeah.
legitimately has guessed some incredibly specific things. Yeah, she literally read me as a brick wall for 10 minutes. Is like, I can't read anything. I'm seeing a big wall.
Right. Yeah. And I said that for the longest time. But then some of that little wall started crumbling, like some of the bricks. Someone took a sledgehammer and the brick started breaking.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God it worked. I've been trying to do that.
I don't get a lot of specificness, but yeah, I get some.
Well, Emma tries to match his energy.
Right.
Yeah,
Jason, I was
goes.
about to say the same thing. You have chaotic energy,
Yeah,
Jeff.
he tells me his dog calms down.
You
I've
make
never seen his
coffee
dog
nervous.
calm. His dog never stops spazzing out, but it must be just me, apparently.
It is, yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
It
So
is you.
beware of psychics, okay? And if they want you to like $25 or whatever have you, just please guys, because it's a vicious trap. They answer something that sounds familiar to you, so you're going to keep coming back to that person, spending more and more and more money, and just stop.
They
Just
will.
stop
You could say, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. And they still will not listen to what you're saying. I don't even think they read, Mary. I don't even think they read your responses.
No, they have a list that if you say this, they respond this. If you say this, that's why you say something goofy, they don't know how to respond to it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I end up getting blocked. But you know what? I really don't mind.
Yeah, I had one.
me
I had
too.
one interaction with a scammer that actually went viral.
Yes,
Put it up.
please.
It was this. The scammer was, I forget. It was a romance scam. This girl was interested in me, but she said the city she grew up in. I was like, oh, I know that city, and asked her if she knew Ronald McDonald. He was he was he was a friend of mine. And she, oh yes, I knew him. I'm like, oh, and I said Mayor McCheese, and I said, oh, Grimace, and I talked about Grimace for a while. My friend Grimace, and this girl was just not catching on. She thought she caught a live one. And then she asked me my address. She was going to come drive and visit me. So I gave her the address of a McDonald's. And then she wrote me again that she had said she had no money. And I said, I have a delivery to go to. It was,
Oh, yeah.
but obviously it was not an American, because she was catching on to nothing I was saying.
Right. Yeah.
You had
absolutely.
way too much fun on Twitter, Jeff. Way too much fun on Twitter.
Yeah, that was fun.
It was hysterical, though.
Wow.
Oh boy.
For shits and giggles, you should bring it up sometime, and we should laugh at it.
So we
But
got lots of scammers.
Scammers, don't engage with them. If you need if somebody needs a medium, they will research and seek out a medium.
Well, be present.
Yeah.
Like, just try to be very present. And if you get a gut feeling, go with your intuition, because you listen to that, But if you're going to a psychic, generally you're kind of like already at that point where you're aware of certain things, I would think. It's not just,
It's
drunk
like
at a fair or
gas
whatever.
station sushi. You don't want to go there.
But word of mouth, and just like like references of people, if you go somewhere.
Well, most of these real psychics charge, like, for a half hour, like $325, $350, and Mary isn't even close to that expensive, and does most of her stuff just to help people.
Oh yeah, I do.
Miss
Like,
Leo only charges $3 a minute. So,
and Mary, you have lots of like actual like stuff on that's published and out there.
Yeah,
right, like movies and shows that people can. So you got some references.
Yeah, I've got some backup.
Yeah,
you got receipts in it. Yeah,
I got paper.
You've been in a couple award-winning films, haven't you?
Yeah, well, one of them, Other Side Paranormal, was actually one of my films that won 4 film awards. The LA Film Fest for the best in horror, and it was about my life.
A horror movie about your life.
That must be comforting.
Yeah, right.
She's never alone, folks.
Yeah, I'm never alone. And then it won Paris, Milan, and then I forgot the other place. It was another place in France that it won. But then I was in Anthony Rogers' A Walk Through Hell, which was me going into the Missouri State Penitentiary.
That was creepy.
Yeah, and that's on Roku. It's on Anthony Rogers' channel. You'll see a big yellow school bus, but that was me walking into a state pen that had been closed down. And it was cool as hell, because as soon as the door opened, you could hear a spirit go, "Here comes the holy woman." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks. Yeah. Hey, I'll take that,
Yeah,
And
Nikki's saying that Mary solves, something in her hometown, a missing person in her hometown. She has done that a number of times on this show. So yeah, if you do have a mystery you want solved, or a loved one, that's really why we're here. If you've got a loved one you're missing and you don't know the answers to, we'll put you at the front of the list because we want to help you. Yeah, she's helped a lot of people on this show.
Yeah.
And if you just have curiosity, we have people that have. It saves me and Jason the time of going through and finding cases to look for, because yeah, you guys do it for
Well,
us.
and also, Mary, when I showed you those orbs and you described them, and you didn't when I first met you, and you described my cat and my dog. I mean, it was very like from an So I mean,
very specific, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but back to the thing, Anthony Rogers isn't the only one. I've had 5 Hollywood producers trying to capture my gift, guys, and they can't because they want to put me in a little box, okay, like this box. Oops, not that box, that side, but this side. They want to put me in a box like this, and they want me to do the stupid psychic tricks. Okay, and my gift is so very different from anything anybody in Hollywood has ever seen. Matter of fact, I was watching a movie last night. I'm going, wait a minute. Is that guy friends with me on any of my social media websites? Because that's my life. I'm not kidding you. There was a movie on last night. Yeah. It was about a lady or a guy it was about a guy who took pictures, and the pictures would change. The spirits would change in the photos. I've had that happen. And I can capture spirit all day long, talk to them on my phone. Nobody has ever been
people
able to
like
do
I
that.
thought we met through a mutual friend. I won't go into it, but at first I thought I thought it was a joke. Like, because I was like, there's no way. Someone has to be manipulating these photos. And she doesn't know how to manipulate photos, you guys.
I don't know how to edit at all.
She barely knows how to do email.
Logging into email can be a challenge.
So she would take a picture of me, and then when she looked at it, send it back to me, and I can see what she sees. And it's the weirdest thing. She's done it with many different photos, and I don't think anybody can explain that. Yes.
As a matter of fact, we're gonna start doing a ghost video of the week. So every week, you followers, thank you for being there, will get to see what I see through the lens of my camera. You'll get to see the ghost talking to me. Like this week, it's somewhere in my 50,000 photos and videos of a ghost going, "Come find me." And he's right in my face in my backyard. Come find me. And so I wanted you guys to see that because that's an everyday occurrence for me.
Yeah, I had to back up her videos, and they were 90 gigs worth. It was insane, the amount of videos she had.
Also, headphones too, Mary. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got headphones, but I mean, you can hear it through headphones, but I don't. This is the only tool I use. And but I always thought it was my phone. So it's like when my iPhone, like when they first came out, it died. I was holding on to it. I'm like, no, you're not taking my iPhone. This iPhone has special gifts. But I didn't realize it was me. I thought it was my iPhone. That was.
You got to think about that iPhone. We got to get you away from Apple, and maybe Android would be better, because it's hard to mess with those videos. They're hard to manipulate and stuff. So. Yeah. So I believe Mary can't manipulate iPhone videos because I can't screw with them. They're a pain in the butt.
No, I can't.
You guys, we want to talk about a couple of our missing cases. I think we got to get a little bit serious here before we continue with our silliness. So let's bring on to the stage. I want to talk about let's bring about Donna first. So this is kind of a sad one. This is Donna Jou, Jou. Donna disappeared June 23rd. 2007 from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. She apparently had answered a Craigslist ad from a guy and hopped on his motorcycle and was just never seen again. So, Mary, let's talk about Donna here. Before we bring on anything else, what do you see?
Okay. Never answer a Craigslist, guys. Just shut it out, shut it down. Okay. So with her, I see two things with her. I see her, this is the latter part. The beginning part, I see her going to this party, going to LA. It says here, going to LA to a party. Okay. And then there's a lot of men there. Okay. There's some people there, but there are a lot of men there. And I got towards after having a few drinks and maybe something else, not, nothing hard, because she literally was not a druggie at all.
She's a college
not
student.
A druggie. Yeah, not a druggie. Okay. Was she studying nursing? Does anybody know? Because I felt like, yeah, she was not a druggie at all. Then I got, all of a sudden, these men are grabbing her by the waist, and she's like this, no, no, no. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, and she's screaming. And then the next vision I have of Donna Zhao is on a bed, arm handcuffed, vomiting, like foaming at the mouth. Like her.
Oh, yeah, she was a nursing student, by the way. It's
really?
Bam!
Damn, not bad.
Damn it.
Jeff, are you still skeptic?
I don't know.
No.
Okay, so she was went to a party in LA. She, it wasn't against her will. She went to the party willingly, but then had left the party unwillingly. Where is she?
No, she was taken. It's like I feel like she was sold to these men who were taking her, and they were grabbing her by the waist. There were like 3 or 4 men, all dark haired.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of Mexico, Hispanic. Not making a generalization here, folks. That's what I see. And they're grabbing her by the waist. Then she's screaming with her arms out, and one of them grabs her arms and pulls it behind her, and they take her. They take her. Like this guy took her to this party to sell her.
Wow.
This guy took her to sell her. This guy has done this before. This guy is a sexual pervert. This guy hunts women to make money off of them. Mm-hmm. And I hope Donna Zhao's family is watching, because I think they were led astray.
Okay, so the guy she got on the motorcycle with, the guy she answered the Craigslist ad, he didn't go with them when they took her, so they took her away from him. He gave her up.
Yeah, he gave her up for cash.
Okay, and she's now gone. I mean, this is 20 years ago.
She's gone. Yeah.
Okay, so how long did she make it after she was transferred there?
Maybe less a week.
Less than a week.
Yeah.
All right, so let's bring on to the stage. This is the guy that she got into the motorcycle with. This is John Stephen Burgess. John, he did 4.5 years for involuntary manslaughter.
Asshole.
He claimed that she overdosed after doing cocaine and heroin at the party, and he threw her off or took her to a sailboat and sailed her and threw her out in the ocean.
Nope.
That isn't what happened.
Okay. Sailboat, my ass. Because do you know in the marinas in California, boat, people everywhere. The docks are crowded. The boats are all lined up together. There's no freaking way that asshole could have gotten a dead body in a dock cart or carried her in a duffel bag. There's no way.
Right.
Down a dock loaded full of people and other boats, and then sailed how many hours out to dump her in the ocean? He's lying. He sold her. He sold her into the sex trade to guys from Mexico. That is a lie, what he is saying. And then she died at the hands of those people because they kept her drugged up, chained to a bed. Her one arm was chained to a bed.
Oh man. All right, and she was, disposed of in Mexico somewhere, or that?
Yes.
I'm guessing.
So this guy, put him back up there. I want the world to see his face. Okay,
yeah, he's actually a free man.
Okay, but I'm seeing a really young girl. Okay, sexual predator, a young girl. I'm seeing an adolescent girl. I'm seeing another adolescent girl. Another one. What is with?
So it was like they bring them, to the house, and then
and then he sells them to this cartel, to these guys. Sells them for the sex trade. Okay.
Oddly enough, he's a sex offender, so he still, has to register. He still registers at the same address in the same neighborhood, near West Hollywood, West LA, that he was at when he kidnapped this girl.
Okay, and he looks so familiar. But this guy is a sexual predator, people, and he sells young girls into the sex trade. This is how he's making his money. Because if you've been to jail, nobody's going to employ you. Okay.
No, food service is the only thing.
Yeah. Yep.
You can go flip burgers.
How can he afford a sailboat? Drugs, girls.
Well, something illegal.
Well, there's a movie about this, guys. Taken. You've seen it, right? Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Yeah, that's what it is. He hooks up with these young girls, and then the ones that he knows he can really make money off of by selling them. He just takes them to parties and he hands them off for cash. I've never seen that. Spirit has never ever shown me anything like that than tonight.
Well, actually, I think he's moved to Florida.
No. And they're like pulling her, and they pull her. She's gone.
I think he's moved to Florida. He's actually a registered offender in Florida.
Where? Because he looks familiar. Hope he's in my neighborhood. I'm gonna grab the damn shotgun out of my closet.
No, out of state. I'm sorry. He's out of state. He's in Los Angeles still.
Okay. He's in Los Angeles. Okay.
Oh, he was actually his original sex offender thing for molesting a lascivious act of the 14-year-old. That was out of Florida, I believe. Or he was actually registered in Florida at one point, but they say he's back in California. Back in Los Angeles.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so sorry for the family of Donna. I really am.
Well, he claimed that she threw her into the ocean, but you're saying that she's in Mexico, so they're not going to find her in the water.
They're not going to find her in the water. Hell no.
Do you think they'll find her at all?
I think that when the American authorities go, if there is anybody in the U.S. government that investigates sex crimes, I think they will find a mass grave just over the border in Mexico. Just a mass grave.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they're burdened with such an influx, or
right. Yeah. Well, I mean, they like I've seen before with what was his name out of Hollywood that he was a lawyer, Clive Davis. And remember, was trying to put all of the pieces together with Jeffrey Epstein. I saw Clive Davis, Jeffrey
You've
Epstein.
Clive Davis for years. You've been
I've
talking
seen Clive
you've been
Davis. Yeah, for
like
years.
5 years, Mary. I've known you since 2019.
Seeing the same man in my visions, folks. Clive Davis, this famous producer, record producer out there, with Jeffrey Epstein and a round table of people who decided Jeffrey Epstein's fate. Okay, I'm putting it bluntly, and Clive Davis and all of the sex shenanigans that go on at his house with young men. Okay, and they're wearing these European weenie slings and black bow ties at
like
his
Borat.
house. I mean, I'm sorry, carrying trays, you know? Yeah, like Borat, I guess. But yeah, so did I just
No. I read something. Did you know that Clive Davis S.A. Diddy?
What?
Clive Davis had
Who got with Diddy?
Yeah. I'm trying to be PG, but this isn't a PG. Nothing about Diddy.
He was intimate with Diddy.
Davis did Diddy?
In the biblical sense.
He did Diddy.
Oh, damn. Why does that not surprise me? I believe it.
Diddy offered like $50 million to do LeBron, I think, or something like that.
Yep. And I was watching YouTube last night, and he is suing a bunch of people, including Peacock Network, for defamation, saying that he didn't do all these things, and there's not video of it, and I just find that laughable.
Yeah, Clive Davis is he's out of the closet. He came out as gay, so yeah, he came out as bisexual.
When did that happen?
In the last 10 years, he came out as bi. He wrote a book or something.
Yeah, but I saw him as cheering the round table to get rid of Jeffrey Epstein. These people were deciding the fate of Jeffrey Epstein. These people were from different countries. And one of the places that I saw was a place in Paris, right outside the Saudi embassy. And there was a mosque there. There is a house that has girls that are for sale online. And it is guarded by Turkish men. Okay, Turks, big guys, guarded. And it's like a turquoise colored or a teal colored house. It was, but they parade these girls online, and then they ship the girls out to the highest bidder. It's in Paris. It was near
the Saudi embassy in Paris, or the Saudi
consulate?
Because
maybe the embassy. I found it on a map. It was crazy. I found all of this on a map, but I tied Clive Davis, I tied Jeffrey Epstein, I tied leaders of these other countries. Like you got Colombia in there. You've got, like all of these people from these different countries were sitting around this round table, and all of it fits.
Do you think it's like they get rid of the people that know too much, or feel like it's like they're and that's what it is? Yeah. Because it's a global network, but snitches get stitches.
It's like
thing
right. And
everybody's afraid that. Well, and there's so many NDAs, and people are concerned that their career will be squashed if they open their mouth. People are in fear right now.
But they also use it for control, right? Like blackmail control.
All over the place.
Yeah.
So, do you think that Diddy was signed in his teens? Does anybody know when approximately? I know he was young when he became a record exec.
Well, he was with a different guy first before he met Clive. He was with the big fat black guy that just passed away in the last 5 years. I think Mary said
doesn't matter who he was with, but do you know his age?
Yeah, it was. I remember, and he always wore a hat. The black guy wore a hat.
Right.
Oh,
right.
What is his name?
Hang on, I'll find it.
Yeah, he was a rapper. Yeah, so
Andre Harrell, is that his name?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's Andre Harrell. Yeah, it's Andre Harrell.
I know.
I think he was gay, but he was his first business partner, whatever.
I know Mar Brown of Atlantic Records came to me after he died.
Huh?
And I had to give a reading. Oh, yeah. I had to give a reading to his ex-wife, Victoria, about Mar Brown. He was head of Atlantic Records.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you the Andre Harrell, the Diddy's guy, Diddy's buddy.
Okay.
You've read a lot of famous people, like in network.
That's Andre.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, when like I was in my teens in like 96, I was like 16 in 96 when, you know, the Tupac P. Diddy thing all happened. So you're just, you know, you've got some years on me, so I don't remember that dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him. He knows a lot.
Who's that? Tupac?
No, that
other guy.
Yeah, he knows a lot.
Let's see if we can channel Tupac. I want to hear what Tupac has to say.
Mm-hmm.
I would love
let me get a picture of Tupac.
Mary Joyce asked, who killed Tupac? Mary, I know we talked about this before. Everybody's saying that, this is me saying this, everybody from what I've read, that Diddy's behind Tupac's murder.
Yeah, I've heard that Diddy was behind it because Tupac was shaming him. Tupac was
Tupac
putting, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does Tupac have anything to say? Is Tupac talking?
Is he telling us to keep our heads up?
He's one of my heroes. Tell him that. I like Tupac. He was one of my best. I loved him.
If that's Tupac that I'm hearing right now.
He's like, girl.
Well, he heard you, Jeff, if that was Tupac that I'm hearing. But a lot of people thought that another guy did it. What was his name? He was a big guy.
Orlando
Keefe D.
Orlando Anderson is actually who shot him.
Keefe D recently came forward. Keefe D recently came forward.
Yeah. But remember, Go ahead.
Because
Brooke.
remember Oprah?
Go ahead, Brooke. Yeah.
Keefe D came out on YouTube and like in a deposition that Tupac offered $1 million for him to kill and he wasn't paid.
Do you remember I said I saw the driver and I saw another man on the other side of the driver when we were talking
This is the guy that they claim pulled the trigger. This is Orlando here, and Keefe D next to him. He's still alive. He's facing charges for it. Are these two guys?
Yes, that's who I saw. Orlando died in a gang violence or something, I think.
Yeah, pretty quickly thereafter. Within the next year or two, he was dead.
He was dead. Yep, that's who I saw.
Okay.
Yep. That's who saw it. Who put them up to it?
That's what I want to know.
Is my question.
I believe that it was Diddy.
Yeah.
That's from what everybody's saying.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what a terrible human being he was. I don't like rap. I mean, I like Tupac. When Jeff and I started dating in the late 90s, that's all he listened to.
Diddy.
Yeah. Like,
Tupac
Tupac. Yes, Tupac. I didn't ever listen to Diddy.
I never listened to Diddy. No, to me, it was like bubblegum. Tupac was the real deal, you know? What would you rather have, heroin or bubblegum? I don't know.
Well, he had good messages and he was talented, and that was snuffed out.
Martini.
Yeah, right.
Because Diddy has like some anger issues and obviously jealousy issues.
So
If
did
you
he have
don't
something to
agree
do with
with
it?
him,
Then,
he'll
huh?
take you down.
Big time anger, big time jealousy issues, big time control issues. He was so abused, so very badly abused as a kid.
Well, look
Yeah.
at like Hollywood, a lot of like the Mickey Mouse Club, all those, you've
Oh,
got
yeah.
like that was some trauma-based mind control stuff,
Yeah.
Chase, there's something on, I don't know if it's Netflix or Prime, but it is about precisely what you're talking about, like the
Mhm.
kids, and just how sexual in
Like
nature these children
Annette
are, and how
Funicello days, or like recently, Nikki, like
Recently, you got Britney
Justin
Spears,
Timberlake
you
stuff.
got just
Britney Spears' sister, Ariana Grande, that girl that went nuts, Amanda Bynes.
hmm
What it's done to these children, I mean, these people should be like penalized to the fullest extent, in my opinion.
So, Dane said Suge Knight. Is that
Suge.
it?
So he was
Suge.
in the car with Tupac. Yes,
Yeah, he was driving.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Suge is actually in jail for running people over with his car on purpose. Suge's not a great person.
Yeah,
He's
he said
entertaining, though. He is
he
entertaining.
said he is not a good person. Yeah. Dane,
No.
thank you, Dane. Dane, you tune in every week. You
I know
probably
we've got a lot of
Yeah.
loyal people in the chat, and I've just been
Thank
telling them
you.
we are so appreciative of you.
Yeah, no
Let's
No,
get a
kidding.
picture of Suge. Let's get a picture of Suge up here.
I want to see Suge.
Suge's in
Shug,
prison.
yeah, tell us
He
what you
probably
think
won't get
about
out.
Shug,
But
Mary.
there's Suge Knight. The
Well, right
chairman
now
of Death Row Records.
he trades stuff in prison. Like they're smuggling shit into this man, guys. Oops. Don't mean to get you in trouble, so you come after me when you get out. But they're smuggling shit to him in
Well, they're out.
prison.
The prison. That's the economy in prison. Everything's smuggled in prison.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've learned a lot by talking to my brother.
He's
They bring it
They make
in,
your Thomas Ray money, baby.
in the trunk.
he former gang member.
Actually, I don't think he was in a gang, or he was like definitely a thug life. He founded Death Row Records with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg. He was part of the original gangster rap.
Two people died. Because
Well, he ran him over with his car. He ran over people with one guy that died. He ran him over with his car. And he claimed they were shooting at him or something, but they have video of it, and he just flat out ran the guy over.
Okay. All right. Has he
he was
shot
just a
anybody?
bodyguard.
Yes. He shot someone too. Do we
It
know
wouldn't
anything
surprise
about-
me.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Okay.
what do you think how many people do you think that he's, knocked off?
Well, he played for the Rams, actually. He played for the LA Rams,
He was an athlete?
Yeah. He got drafted to the Rams, mid-'80s. He was a big, I think he was a tackle. He's a big dude.
Let me see him. Let me see his eyes.
Jeff, do you have another picture of him where she
Old
can see his
soul.
eyes a little bit?
Suge's eyes? Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the windows to the soul.
Yes, they are.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Let me see Suge's eyes. You want to look into Suge's soul? He's
Yeah.
a pretty bad
It's
person.
kind of
isn't he?
dark, man.
Yeah.
He has a lot of remorse, a lot of regrets.
Sometimes you have to wear protection.
Okay, so 2 to 3 people died because of him. I do see like a gangland type of shooting. And he has a lot of remorse, a lot of regrets.
He has a snarky grin right there.
Well, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah. Snarkalicious.
Doesn't he? Kind of like, he's like...
Snarkalicious.
I could get away with this. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, deep down, the man has a lot of regrets.
So he's got two. I mean, he got convicted of killing one guy with his car, but you say he's got 2 more bodies under him, huh?
Yep, he does. Yes, he does.
But you think he might be softening in his old age?
He is. He's softening. He is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's real close to coming out, saying he's found God, becoming a preacher. This guy. He really is. I see some depression in him too.
Mm.
Yeah, prison's not happy.
Well, I would be depressed if I were in prison.
For how long is he in prison? Do we know?
He's been in there a while, hasn't he?
He'll get out. Quite a while.
Wow.
It was voluntary manslaughter. 28 years he's got, so he might get the parole when he's an old man, but 28 years.
He's going to be an
when
old
did he
man.
go in?
It was in the last, maybe about 10 years ago, I think.
Now, who is that?
Suge Knight. This is the guy.
You know who Suge Knight is?
Yeah.
I've heard the
He
name. I
was in
just
the
didn't know
car.
the face.
Yeah,
he's
he was in the
eligible
car
in
with Tupac.
2034. He's eligible for parole for the first time.
Wow.
So it'll be a while.
You know what? I'm sure that if he talks like on behalf of like Diddy, like not on behalf of Diddy, but talks about Diddy, he might get like early release.
He already has. He really said, "I have nothing bad to say about Puffy."
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeff, you told me a story. What's the story behind Puffy?
Behind Puffy? Oh, why is he called Diddy?
Why is he called Puffy?
The nickname Diddy was made up by Biggie Smalls, and apparently Diddy never told him why he called him Diddy, but Diddy was Diddy Kong, like the little midget behind Donkey Kong that would bounce around behind Donkey Kong and act stupid, and that's what he felt Diddy was the little idiot he used some worse language, but basically the dumb idiot bouncing around behind him in his videos, Diddy Kong. So it was actually kind of an insult at first that later Diddy embraced.
Oh,
well,
man.
Puffy, I guess, like he used to get angry and puff his chest out. That's what his former friends said, and that's how he got that. Right. So it's all kind of like,
all right. Let's bring up another missing person. We got one more case to talk about. This was actually pretty recent, and actually we just had a real update in this case. This is Danielle Hart. She went missing just last week, the 17th of January last week, from Lockport, New York. She was last seen there in Lockport, and unfortunately, we had an update just yesterday. They actually found her not far from where she disappeared. They found her body, so she's down deceased, but they don't really have anything more on her. So, Mary, what do you see with this one?
Well, okay, so I saw someone that had mental illness in her family. I don't know if it was a son. The first thing I saw was she was heading out, and she had papers in her hand, and it looked like she was determined to take these papers. Papers in her hand. Were they divorce papers? Was she going to serve somebody?
Is it a restraining order, maybe?
I don't know what they were, but she had papers in her hand. And then the next thing I see is her fighting with a man. And then she ends up in like some sort of woodland somewhere. And there's I want to say apartment complex not too far away, but that's what I got. She was heading out to go give somebody these papers, and I just wonder what kind of papers. And then I see her arguing with a man. Was she in the middle of a divorce? And then I got like her son or somebody's son was psychotic, a schizophrenic. I just got wanting to harm. She ends up in a fight with this man, and
so it was a younger relative, a male,
maybe her relative, or a family member's friend.
How far away is she from where, like, she's from? Like, her body, do you know?
Not
they
far.
found the body close to where she disappeared from. Like, I mean, Mary said you said it was near wooded area, near a Yeah, that's exactly. It was near Woodlands area, near Village, Home Park. So yeah, it was near. Absolutely.
Oh wow, yeah. But I just saw fighting, and I feel like her body was dragged there. Her body was put there.
But you think it was somebody she lived with, perhaps?
Somebody she was estranged from.
Estranged from, okay.
And this this person had something to do with, I don't know if it was her child, her family member, but she was estranged from this man. And I want to say, honestly, it looks like wadded up legal papers.
So she may have been
denied alimony.
Yeah,
I'm kind of looking at it's a pretty rural area, but it was a mobile home park she was found near.
Okay.
But that's kind of where she was disappeared. She's not far from where she disappeared from.
Okay.
Kind of like the intersection here.
Yeah.
But there was somebody she was estranged from, someone she didn't live with, but perhaps a relative or someone she knew that was mentally troubled.
Her son, her family member had mental issue problems, or her son. I keep getting son, and I got mental illness, mental illness. But then when I put that person up next to her, it's either her son or another member of her family's son. And then I see this man, and she was estranged from him. They broke up. They were fighting. She was taking papers.
Oh, so it was like a romantic, maybe, perhaps.
No, she was determined to get these papers to this person.
Trying to get away from somebody.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was she was serving him with divorce papers or what kind of papers to a home, papers to something. But she had like a paper wadded up, folded up like this.
Like she just got it in the mail and she was like, oh hell no.
Yeah. And it could have been a bill by an ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, soon to be ex-husband, that left.
I'm trying to see if I can't get
I can't. I just can't. I got son. And the son was mentally ill.
Son was mentally ill, huh?
Yeah, what do our readers say, Brooke?
Well, somebody said, Ilaria said, supposedly Diddy is in the same cell as Jeffrey Epstein. I thought Diddy was in solitary.
Whoa.
And somebody says, I have a feeling something's going to happen. Ilaria, she also said, I have a feeling something's going to happen to Diddy before the court date. I do too.
Epstein will pick him up. Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't you see him driving around, Mary? Epstein?
I saw, oh my God. I was in Palm Beach going to Publix, for my job. And so here comes this Ferrari, a dark silver Ferrari going by me real slow. And I swear that was Jeffrey Epstein behind the wheel of that Ferrari. I mean, he went by so slow. I turned and I looked because I always want to see who they are, And I mean, because you see all kinds of stars and people there. And I'm like, that's Jeffrey Epstein. He's supposed to be dead. That's Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein didn't hang himself.
No.
I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, people. And I texted my boss, and I should never have texted my boss, Jeffrey Epstein. I just saw Jeffrey Epstein. Like, why would I text? I had to tell somebody, Jeffrey Epstein.
Wow. You texted your boss?
Yeah, I texted my boss. You'll never believe who I just saw. Jeffrey Epstein. Of course, she didn't answer. She's like, Mary Beth, you've been sniffing those herbs and
the devil's lettuce.
Well, yeah, she's probably one of the rich people that like, dude, don't talk about Epstein. We know about him. We don't like to talk.
Yeah,
We're all in on
they
it,
have
man.
your boss has about as much money as Jeffrey Epstein did.
Oh,
they probably know some of the same people.
I'm sure. I don't know, but I'm like, of all people, I could have texted anybody else. I could have texted you, Brooke, and instead I texted my boss. I just saw Jeffrey Epstein. He's not dead. It was crazy because nobody looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
His face.
I mean, I would venture to guess that if he were not here anymore, that he wouldn't be like in Florida. But weird things happen.
Well, I mean, he could very well be visiting people in Florida. Very well could have been. Very.
There's
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Florida a lot of New Yorkers?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, don't we have a
our sponsor for tonight?
Oh.
Oh,
So
yeah, we have to pay the bills here, don't we?
Yeah, we gotta pay the bills.
Bring up,
So wow, tell us what our sponsor has to say. Thank you, sponsor.
Get this thing. I'm trying to find it. Okay. Here we are. Tonight's show is brought to you by Pfizer Pharmaceuticals and their new medication, Snarcanol. This medication has recently been given experimental approval to treat snarky outbursts. Are you troubled by the constant need to add your snarky value to the conversation? Ask your doctor about Snarcanol. Most common side effects include dry mouth, watery eyes, watery mouth, rectal itching, or dry eyes. Occasionally, loss of bladder control is uncommon, but be careful when sneezing. So we paid some bills.
Jason, how are the side effects?
They just had to up my dose.
I need to start, so you better share.
Oh my God. And I know we got some pet readings to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we do have a couple of those, don't we?
Of course we got Pet of the Week.
Oh.
Gotta show the slide. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a cutie pie. Oh. So this dog goes with another dog. The owner, she was so nice and gracious. She reached out to me last week. And usually when an owner reaches out, if I have time, I will give them a reading if I can. But this baby is new, and this baby's like, oh, I love it here, but I don't understand why the other dog is so not nice to me. You have a picture of the other dog?
It's right next to it, yeah.
Where?
Oh, do you want me to, Jeff, it's the slide right next to it, Jeff? No, not the cat.
It's a brown dog. No, not Cola.
I had the same background.
Do we not? That's it?
Oops.
So there is another dog, very chiseled, beautiful dog. Let me see if I can get.
I had it.
Is that one?
Here, hold on.
Let's see, where would it be, Jason? Anyway, so what I got was with the other dog is like, I don't like this new dog. I don't like this new dog in everything of mine, like hanging out with my mom,
Mary.
my dad. Yeah. He's like, I just don't like this other dog because he just moved in. He's just a a baby. And that's kind of like, this is what I'm picking up from the other dog. He's a baby. And he's eating out of what used to be my bowl or close to my bowl. He's getting their attention. And I just don't like it. And I told the owner, I said, just give it time. I said, he'll actually soften the temperament of the older dog. This new dog is like doida 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 doida, you know, just kind of bouncing around, you know, kind of fluffy, kind of, you know, just a sweet dog. But the older dog is like, I've had it. You know, he's a grouchy, like, we're going to set some boundaries up. We're going to set some boundaries. That's what I got between the two of them. But I told the owner, please just, you know, give it lots and lots of time, because I think they kind of feel like they made a mistake bringing in this new baby, when in fact this new baby will put some love into the older baby, and for them not to worry. It's going to be okay. It really is. And the new baby will be right beside the old baby when it's his time. The new baby will give him lots and lots of comfort.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about this one.
Hey, kitty.
Oh, a cute kitty.
Jason, do we know that? I forgot the name of this. What was the...
This one was, I'm sorry, one sec. I had it. No, Mary, I'm sorry. That slide with the other dog, I don't know why I didn't transfer over.
Okay.
This, yeah, I was having some technical. Okay. Bear with. I'm sorry.
This
My
poor
bad.
baby. That's okay. This poor baby. Okay,
This
is Rupert. Okay, so Rupert's like, I don't know what's going on. I was kept in a cage most of my life. I was abused. People abused me. Nobody wanted me. I felt like he was a street cat that was kept in a cage. So he wasn't really taught how to interact with humans. He was just kept in a crate. And
not socialized.
Yeah, he was not socialized very well. And he keeps saying there was another cat that I really, really liked. It was a brown cat. What happened to the brown cat? What happened to my friend? He was kept in a crate, never interacted with. And it's like, why are these people trying to touch me? What do they want with me? This cat was abused mentally. You know, I felt like he was isolating. He was abused, to not like beaten, but abused to the point where, you know, he wasn't shown love. And so this person got Rupert, and you know, is trying. Rupert, I get, is stay away from me. You know, I don't really know who you are, what you want with me. Why are you trying to touch me? And what Rupert has to understand, and the owner, is that it's going to take
Eleanor.
It's going to take some time for Rupert to get over these past behaviors, so that he's not so gruff or grumpy like an old man is, that he will come to love Eleanor, handling him, picking him up. But man, this cat was abused. I mean, just not interacting with the cat is abuse. Just leaving him in a crate all day is abuse. You know, guys, these animals, if they're put in your life, you should take care of them. But whoever had Rupert before did not. I just feel like he was in what it reminds me
neglected.
Of. Yeah, very neglected. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you see Rupert snapping out of it, right?
Oh yeah, very much so. I do. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to know love. And I
Yeah.
think slowly, but he'll get there, Eleanor.
My next door neighbor's got a rescue, her Daisy. And when they got her, she was very, like her tail was underneath and very,
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
within a couple of weeks, I mean, you could just see her coming out of her shell, and that's all a little bit of love. And
yeah, I know, right? All of my babies are rescues. I don't know if you can see the one. Tat, techies, tat. Must be the diabetes medicine.
No, they got the sugars.
Yeah.
Taste of the sugars.
Oh, there's Cola.
We used to get a dog mystery to solve here, huh?
Yeah. So, okay. So I know Sue. Tina Slay Richardson, or Tina, I don't know if she wants me to use that last name.
Isn't she the producer that was
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were filming Gary the Ghost Catcher, a movie that I was in with Gary. And Gary was literally someone that could reach out and grab hold of a spirit, and you could see it on camera. Yeah. And so anyway, so Tina's sister Sue had several dogs, and one of them was Cola, and Cola went missing. And Sue, I know you're watching tonight.
Yep, she's in the chat.
Yeah, I remember. And Sue, if you could type back what I say, if you could type back to me, I saw Cola out in the yard, and then I see your ex-husband calling him. And remember, in the beginning, I saw a pickup truck. And then I saw like a truck where a bunch of 18-wheelers were. Like he was there with Cola, and then Cola's not there anymore. And then the next thing I see Cola in a backyard chained to a it's the same vision I've had before. Chained to a doghouse, a stake in the yard, and a doghouse out in the yard. Cola did not have a good life after that.
So she is verifying what you're saying right now.
Cola did not have a good life. The ex-husband did it, I feel, to get back at you. And he's done a lot of other things too. But there's one picture of Cola that I saw that made me think Cola probably is not with us anymore. Okay. And it's the one of him looking out the window. I hope this is not the case, but I feel like Cola went to a friend or he sold Cola to a man. And I thought police or military, because I see like some sort of badge or something, but the Cola was never paid attention to after Cola was with you. And oh man, I hope I'm wrong.
You just asked if he's still here. Yeah. Hard one.
Yeah. Sue, I remember kids. Remember we were talking about kids in a car that looked like Cola was in the car with them? Do you remember that years ago when we were talking? I just feel like Cola is no longer with us. I don't. I hope I'm wrong. I pray I'm wrong. But I got to tell you, when it comes with spirit, comes from spirit, spirit is never wrong. It's me, the interpreter, that could be. But
Sue said that she still feels him,
Okay. Still feels him in your house? Do you feel him in your house? Or do you feel his life presence? Because Sue has got gifts. Sue lived on the most incredible area that was so damn haunted. Sue's got gifts. So Sue, if you feel, do you feel him next to you? What is she saying?
I haven't heard. Sometimes. Yep.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like Cola is alive. I do feel like Cola is with you. And I got what happened. He didn't understand what happened. So Sue, what I want you to say to Cola is this. I got divorced from my ex, and he did some mean and spiteful things, and one of them was taking you away from me. God, I'm gonna cry.
I know.
Well, he's talked to him like he's there, because they are.
Yeah, they are there. I mean, Jason's living proof. My cats are living proof. I had another psychic go, my God, I see hordes of cats at your house. I'm going, dead? And she goes, yeah. And I said, you're right. You're right. And I did see a baby around Cola. So I'm wondering, after he left you, who, maybe the man that had him chained in the backyard, if they didn't have a baby. I saw a baby around Cola. But I'm not feeling him alive.
Well, he's been like not in the life of Sue since 2019.
Yeah.
So that would track.
Yeah.
I believe though with animals though, that's why they're here for a short period, but like they're on a higher, level.
Oh, yeah, very much
spiritually.
so.
Yeah, they're
And
much.
and they stay with the person that truly loved them, even after they die. So we may think our dog or our cats go to doggy heaven or to the Rainbow Bridge. Cut the crap, folks. That's what humans made up to make themselves feel better. Okay. The Rainbow Bridge happens to be your home where you are, because they stay with the person that loved them the most. I mean, and I can tell you they travel with me, because Sharkbait died over a year ago. My Sharkbait, my 20-year-old. And Sparkalicious, Bubblicious, my little tiny cat, I can still hear him in the other house in New Hampshire when I go up there, because I call his name here. I don't care if they think I'm crazy. I call his name here, and I'll say his name up in New Hampshire, and you can literally hear him meow back. So they do.
I talk to my security camera, and then the orb will pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah, really weird.
There you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We are really kind of we're running long. Is we got anything before we want to finish up and get out of here? Any updates or any more to talk about?
I just want people to feel free to write in with questions. Maybe you want to be featured, your pet, therealmarythemedium@gmail.com. One of us will get with you.
Oh, I got an update. I did an interview. What was it? The news movement out of London and New York. So I'm waiting for that to come out. You know what? At the very bottom, because I don't have everything in one file to send, like my paper, my whatever it is, my provenance or whatever on my background. I don't have everything in one place. So I sent it like in 30 emails. Well, the woman's not responding anymore. So, but it's the and at the bottom of the newsmovement.com, it said, "Are you oversharing? You might have ADHD." And I thought, "Oh my God, I did."
Well, you shared it right after me. After that, didn't you?
I did. I did. Oops.
Squirrel. No. Oops. No.
Squirrel.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's okay.
I know. Jason pokes fun of me all the time, but Mary's worse. And you're not that great either, Jason.
Oh my God. I took the test.
I said, I bet I beat you.
Well, Dr. Greenberg in Savannah, Georgia said, "You are the worst case I have ever had. The worst." And she is a world-renowned doctor, authority on ADHD, ADD, OCD, and she mainly treats young kids, but she took me on as an adult. And she said, absolutely, hands down, the worst case I've ever seen. So I decided to take the test again to see if I've ever really overcome my ADHD. And you know what? It was 1 to 18. And I purposely flunked one of the questions. And so, yeah, I scored a perfect score.
Send me the link to that. I'll see if I don't think I even need to study.
I'm real bad, and they'll have like the front and the back of the sheet, and then you forget to fill the back out. Like they're like, yeah, you're
well, and I'm going to give you a natural remedy for it. Okay, ashwagandha, lion's mane, Rosalie something. If you take these, this really, really helps. But it's a natural herbal remedy if you have ADD, ADHD.
What?
Really, yeah.
What were we talking about?
ADHD. What?
Yeah,
What?
we're all lost.
joking. No, Mary, I actually kind of like the drugs. I like the psychiatrist drugs.
Yeah,
Well,
the pharmaceutical stuff, the crystal meth. All right, that's about all the time we have. We are way over time. Really appreciate everyone for dropping in. Good to see you all. Joy, Sue, Candace, Ilaria, you have the same names in the early week. Good to see you, and thank you, of course, Jason and Brooke. Brooke, good to see you feeling better, and of course, thank you for the great Mary the Medium for all your time and effort you put into us. Great show. We're going to see you guys next week, 9:30 Sunday night. Don't forget to give us a like and a follow and a whatever else you can give us.
Send me
A
your
snarky,
And support our sponsor. Yeah, support our sponsor and get some pharmaceuticals.
Any cases, like I said,
Yeah.
I hope you have a good week, everybody. Thank you for
missing persons. Yeah.
Send it to the real marythemedium@gmail.com and the team will get a hold of you. But we will see you in 1 week.
The real one.
Have a good week. Have a great one. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.
Bye.